Hi out there, wherever you might be quarantined during this crazy time. I am really missing getting to educate people about agriculture, and so I drove out here into a very remote part of East Texas to talk to you all about pine trees and the importance of forestry. Behind me, you see lots of pine trees, and I wanted to talk specifically about those today. When I talk to adults and children, I always start my talk about forestry with, do you think forestry is important? And everybody always says, yes. And then I say, do you think it's bad that we cut down trees? And a lot of times I get, yes. But I am here to say, no, forestry is very important. It is an industry that we rely on heavily over here in East Texas, and it is something that is important that we continue. So what do we get from trees? Usually I get answers like air, or sometimes people will say wood. And yes, we get wood to build our homes. That is the number one product we get from trees, is lumber for our housing industry. But there are so many other things that we get too, and those are called byproducts. And some of those are paper that we use, toilet paper, which is in very short supply right now, paper towel, toothpicks. How about clothespins? Those are made out of wood, right? Or pencils that we're doing our homework with. What about if I told you Oreo cookies, would you believe me? Or sun-kissed sodas, the orange sodas? Both of those actually have a byproduct from trees in them. Vanilla ice cream, some of those have a byproduct from trees. And of course the container that we put that ice cream in is made from paper. And paper comes from trees, right? Yes. So behind me you see what we call a plantation of pine trees. And plantations are actually grown by tree farmers. This time of year we're all getting our gardens ready, right? I know I am. And when we grow crops in that garden, that's a short-term crop, right? Like we're planting corn and say that takes 6 months. Let's be very generous on that, okay? 6 months. Well, that's a duration of that crop, 6 months. Pine trees are the same way. They're just a longer duration. For these trees behind me, these trees can grow to total maturity in 20 to 30 years. We'll come in and we thin them out to allow them to grow bigger, and that's one cut. And then at about 20 or 30 years, we'll come in and collect these trees to make our paper and our lumber and whatever other products we need at that point. Yes, trees provide us with air as well. They take the air and they clean it for us. But you know what else does that? All plants. So we're not going to run out of air. Trees provide shelter for our animals. But I want you to remember that trees are also a renewable resource. Do we know what renewable resources are? Renewable resources are things that will grow back. And those tree farmers, when they collect these trees, will come in and replant, so we're not ever going to run out of trees. And that's very important for us to remember. In this crazy time of coronavirus, I am using a lot of pine sol cleaning my house. And you know why it's called pine sol? Because there's a derivative from pine trees in it. It smells like a pine tree, right? That's another really cool thing we get from trees. Or the toothpaste that you use to brush your teeth, there's actually something in that that comes from trees as well. So when someone asks you, are trees important? I want you to say yes. And if someone asks you, is it bad that we cut down trees? I want you to say no, because those are very needed products in our lifestyle, right? Are we going to run out of trees? No. Are we going to run out of air? No. And I hope that you get to enjoy the beauty of these trees for many years to come. Have a great day.